Last year, the Queensland Government introduced an innovative program to provide state schools with more independence and autonomy. My school, Mountain Creek State High School, and Ashgrove State School were both successful in their applications. And now, after 12 months, we can look back and see what impact an IPS has made.
I always saw that this was a natural progression for Queensland. I've seen other states and jurisdictions have a more autonomy in terms of how they run schools. The model that's been put up in Queensland, I believe, is probably the best model that I've seen Australia-wide.
It certainly has addressed local needs. We certainly see a greater flexibility in being able to use the funds that we have in the school to provide resources, facilities that best meet the needs of our curriculum-wise. It's had huge benefits for us in being able to determine a curriculum that best suits the needs of these particular students at this school. It's certainly been a positive move for us.
Well, the IPS, I guess, has given us a lot more flexibility. So flexibility in terms of staffing and making choices with funding in terms of how we allocate that. The schools can actually employ teachers and keep them. With that, you actually get the continuity, keeping your teachers together, continuity with your programs, your planning, and building up teams, effective teams on year levels.
At Ashgrove, we've been supported by our admin, we've been supported by the other teachers, and it's just been fantastic in helping us to develop as a whole school programs that we really needed that were specific for our school. We are supported in developing programs and in catering for our individual differences as teachers, as well as catering for what Ashgrove students need. So we are able to use our resources specifically for what our students need at our school.
I mean, it's allowed for improved outcomes for our students in that we've had greater flexibility in purchasing resources that are required for the students, greater flexibility in the school for resourcing and staffing for the classes. We can source the staff that we're after as a school and the needs that we have. We're allowed to make an income ourselves, and obviously the funding that goes along with those incomes goes straight back into our faculties and allows us to do more things with the students and have greater outcomes there. We're building partnerships through our allied health programs and through our fitness programs.
There we have it, folks. With feedback like that, there are bound to be schools lining up to become an IPS in the future. Stay tuned for more updates as they come to hand. This is Michaela reporting from Mountain Creek State High School for DETE TV.